During centuries of Portuguese folklore, from the Middle Ages through the early modern period, a chilling legend took root: the myth of the Lobisomem, or werewolf. This eerie tale warned that the seventh male child born in a row would transform into a beast unless baptized with special rites, fueling fears and mysteries across Portugal and South America. These stories not only shaped local beliefs but also sparked fears that lingered through generations, blending supernatural fears with cultural identities. Intrigued by this haunting legend? Dive into the detailed account and uncover the secrets behind Portugal's most enduring supernatural myth. In the rural heartlands of Portugal during the late Middle Ages, whispers of an unexplainable menace spread through villages shrouded in fog. Farmers and shepherds feared the nights, believing a curse haunted their land. Linked to an ominous prophecy, the seventh son of a family might become a lobisomem, a beast cursed to roam under the full moon. The community clung to ancient rites and superstitions, desperate to ward off this darkness. The legend gained traction amidst a backdrop of religious fervor and societal upheaval. Church leaders warned that such curses were punishments from God, rooted in sins long forgotten. A local priest, Father Miguel, became a central figure, urging the community to baptize their children early, especially if they were the seventh son, fearing eternal damnation and the transformation of innocent lives into monsters. Tensions grew as stories circulated that children disappeared without explanation during full moons. Across generations, families kept a tense vigil over their seventh-born sons, some resorting to secret baptisms under the cover of darkness. The stories of the transformed, half-human, half-beast, became woven into local ballads and oral tradition, symbolizing the precarious border between civilization and savagery. The fear was compounded by real tragedies, with some children reportedly exhibiting strange behaviors after birth, fueling accusations and paranoia. In the 16th century, as Portugal launched explorations into Africa and South America, the legend of the Lobisomem followed explorers and settlers across oceans. Portuguese colonizers, while searching for wealth and new lands, also carried these superstitions with them. In Brazil's northern regions, where Portuguese influence merged with indigenous beliefs, the myth transformed and thrived, evolving into stories of cursed siblings who became beasts under the blood moon, feeding fears and local legends alike. Amidst the colonial chaos of the 17th and 18th centuries, accusations of witchcraft and supernatural curses intensified. Fear of the Lobisomem was often intertwined with accusations of heresy or treason, leading to witch hunts and trials, especially targeting families suspected of harboring the cursed seventh son. The legend served as both morality tale and social control, reinforcing the importance of faith and obedience in times of upheaval. One of the most famous cases involved a boy named João, born in a remote Portuguese village in 1700. His parents, terrified of the curse, kept him hidden, fearing he would transform. That very night, villagers reported hearing mournful howls and saw a creature with luminous eyes prowling the woods. The community, gripped by fear, debated whether João was truly cursed or a victim of superstition, tearing at the fragile fabric of their trust. As science slowly began to challenge old superstitions, skeptics argued that the Lobisomem myth was a cultural manifestation of collective fears, poverty, disease, and uncertainty. Yet, even amid rational debate, the legend persisted, passed down by elders who believed some curses were divine punishment. The tension between reason and belief created a society haunted by doubts, where fear of the beast overshadowed the hunt for rational explanations. In the 19th century, with Portugal experiencing political upheavals and the waning of monarchies, the myth persisted as a symbol of national identity rooted in folklore. Stories of the cursed seventh son became metaphors for unseen forces shaping destinies and societal struggles. Rural communities clung fiercely to their traditions, finding comfort in the idea that mythical protectors, or monsters, either watched over or destroyed them, depending on their faith and adherence to customs. Cultural exchanges in the colonial empire deepened the myth's reach into South America, especially Brazil. Local populations, blending indigenous stories with Portuguese superstitions, elevated the Lobisomem to a figure of moral importance, an allegory for the strain between modernization and tradition. The seventh son curse transformed into a legend of divine justice, warning those who stray from faith and morality, often depicted in vivid, haunting illustrations. By the early 20th century, scientific rationalism challenged old beliefs, yet the legend of the Lobisomem persisted in popular culture, on street corners, in taverns, and through local theater. Folklorists documented stories of men and women accused of transformation, often driven by psychological distress or social scapegoating. The legend persisted as a potent symbol of human fear of the unknown, of what lurked beneath the surface of normal life. Amidst political turbulence during the Estado Novo dictatorship, 1933 to 1974, the legend was subtly repurposed. Propaganda often emphasized moral discipline, linking the myth of the cursed seventh son to societal decay and chaos, warning citizens to remain faithful and obedient. Tales of transformation became metaphors for conformity versus rebellion, reflecting national anxieties amid authoritarian rule, while secretly preserving the myth's emotional core. Today, the curse of the seventh son remains embedded in Portuguese and Brazilian cultural memory, an echo of ancestral fears and moral lessons. Modern psychologists interpret the myth as a reflection of societal anxieties, fear of the outsider, the unknown, and the uncontrollable. The Lobisomem symbolizes a deep human struggle, confronting our primal fears, the monster within, and the enduring need to find meaning amidst chaos.